Okay. I'm out of here.
All right.
Hey, Kitty Christmas is up and running. Jump in there if you can.
Love shoes. He's been playing with my shoes today.
Hi. All right. Okay. You guys all make it a great night. We will see you later.
See you later. Woo! It was magic. He got away. All right. So I think we're going to get started. Again, start is something wonderful. And what I'll do is I'll read the first pages. Derecho, 5/26/19, and there's his paw print. All right. Says thank you for your support to our FFRC Nation, Jackie. So, it's got 2012, and it's got a couple pictures of Derecho. Look how tiny Derecho was at that point. What does the title "The Start of Something Wonderful" mean? The start was July 2012, and the start and the something wonderful was the arrival of the first CH kitten, Derecho, D-Man, the heart of FFRC. And it's good that he's on camera right now. Just in case you weren't aware, CH at FFRC stands for Capable and Happy. On July 4th, 2012, Defiance, Ohio was cleaning up after a terrible storm with high winds. The weather people called the storm a derecho. While cleaning up, a local person found a very special kitten in her yard, which would change the future for FFRC. This little gray and white male kitten was named Derecho after the storm, which brought him to the kind person's yard. Little did we know then how much he would change the dynamic of FFRC. Since that wonderful day in July of 2012 through December of 2018, FFRC has had 41 CH kitties come through the center. Some made FFRC their forever home, while others found homes with special humans, and some would go to the Rainbow Bridge. Each and every one has brought joy and love into the lives of all the people who knew them. February 2013 brought us our second and third CH cats, Cazarelli and his friend Solly from Ohio. Kaz was a kitty who captured the hearts of the FFRC Nation, and was very sad hearts we learned that Cazarelli went to the Rainbow Bridge. Beautiful Solly would find a forever home with another one of our CH cats, Pippi, and an FFRC doggie named Daisy. And after I finish this book, I'm going to tell you a little bit about Solly. I'm going to tell you about Daisy. Remember I was telling you before, we were going to talk a little bit about some of the FFRC doggies. Well, we were going to talk about Daisy. So, I want to show you some of these pictures. All right. Here's some very great Derecho pictures. Now, this poster here is hanging in the Kitty Castle, Kitty Cabana. And at one point, they actually were selling these, but then I guess whoever owns the Superman trademark put some kind of infringement claim in. So they had to kind of redo this so that it could be done legally. So that's some of the pictures. And like I said, when you're here, make sure you look at this big poster because it's awesome. So over here, all right, this is Solly, and this is Cazarelli. Now, we have Solly's dad on, and Solly was adopted with another CH kitty, Pippi, and Daisy the doggy. So, again, this is Solly. Now, it's funny because, Solly stood for solitude, but this cat was not a solitary cat. Right? And of course, Cazarelli. And I actually got a chance to hold and play with Cazarelli while Kaz was here. Unfortunately, he passed away, I think, when he was 3. Yes, you could still get a version of that that derecho t-shirt on Zazzle. So there is Solly. All right. All right. Yes, MK Mouse bought Pippi here. All right. In April of 2013, Walter came to FFRC from Ohio as our first deaf CH cat. He is called Wandering Walter because he took a long walk down the riverbank and found a nice pile of leaves in which to take a nap. Do you remember that? Uh-oh. Uh-oh, she's here. We have to stop talking. So, Honey or Honey? All right, well, anyway. Do you guys remember when Walter was lost? Ugh, that was an awful time. He was oblivious to all the people looking and calling for him. He was fitted with a GPS collar after that. And
what happened to that thing?
July bought us Mary and Jersey from Long Island, New Jersey. In the beginning, Mary was very protective of Jersey and would lay on him so that he would feel safe. Murray found himself a wonderful home with one of our very own volunteers. What other FFRC kitty sparked an engagement and was in an FFRC wedding? A nice tale all around. Jersey decided he would rather be one of the Covies. So let me show you some pictures and we'll give you a couple updates. All right, here is our wiggling Walter, or Walter. Walter now lives his life out in the cove. He is a Covey now. He seems to be much happier. All right. It's interesting because if you go up, you start petting Walter, he gets very startled. So let's talk a little bit about Mary and Jersey. And everybody knows that Elizabeth adopted Mary. Also, Mary was part of the engagement of Elizabeth. And I think everybody also knows that unfortunately Mary passed away. I think it was earlier this year. Now we have Jersey. Jersey still is in the cove. He seems to be very happy in the cove, though he's still very, very shy. Like he'll sometimes come out, but he usually doesn't. He usually doesn't come real close to me when I go out there for some reason. Okay, so that's Mary, Jersey, and Walter. September was the month Lorenzo got a ride from Kentucky to FFRC. He stayed for a while until his best friend Fremont talked his humans into bringing his best boy Lorenzo to live with them. Best friends. December bought us 3 new CH kitties. First was August and Jackson from a beach in Florida. And that was basically Elizabeth and her mother actually went down to pick them up. Now, I don't know if you guys remember, but they were living in a park in Fort Lauderdale right by a very, very busy highway. So it was You know, it was actually, yeah, really bonded cats. So when August and Jackson came here, you know, it would not have been good where they were because it was a very, very busy. So they came, they got them, and they've been here. These brothers both wanted to make the Cove their home, so off they went to join Jersey and the other coves. Wrigley came from Illinois with his Chicago 5 littermates. He was adopted to a wonderful family who couldn't wait to take him home. Now, I'll show you. Let me show you the pictures, and then I'll give you an update. All right. So here is Lorenzo. Lorenzo's such a handsome boy. All right. We'll probably talk about Lorenzo in more in a little bit. And then here is August and Jackson. Okay. And down here was Wrigley, which is a perfect name for a CH kitty, Wrigley. Especially came from Chicago, like Wrigley Field. I think that's perfect. Now, Wrigley was the very first CH kitty to be adopted from FFRC. Very, very first one. So, Jackson is still in the Cove. He's doing okay. You know, August unfortunately passed away. I think was it earlier this year or last year that August passed? So that's a shame. I haven't heard anything about Wrigley in a long time. All right. We're up to 2014. 2014 started out with Fremont, who arrived in January from Ohio. This guy is quite the survivor. He had been living with CH as an outdoor cat. What he lacks in coordination, he makes up for with his huge personality. Fremont, this was my favorite thing. Fremont could be found sitting in front of the dryer, admiring his reflection. He found his forever home with Lorenzo. In February, Alma from Pennsylvania and Thomas from New York came to FFRC. And we actually have Alma on cam. Does everybody see Alma? There she is. Alma was a severe CH and was unable to even stand when she arrived. Today she runs in her own special way, from one end of the rescue to the other. Thomas from New York was a gentle soul who loved to help take care of the babies. He even had his own special bed with his name on it. Thomas left us for the Rainbow Bridge, but his star shone bright for all who knew him. All right, so we're going to talk about Fremont first. All right. So here's Fremont. All right. Fremont looks a little like Solly. All right. But you know, the first thing I think of when I saw Fremont, November 20th, 2019. Okay, so I wasn't too far off. And actually, I don't know if Alma was kept in the cage or if that was August and, I don't know, maybe. But anyway, my favorite thing about Fremont was how he would always stare at himself in the dryer. And I don't know if you guys remember the Catstock 3 shirts that Larissa designed, but there's a black cat with on the symbol looking at his reflection in the mirror like this, and that was supposed to be Fremont. So if you ever see that's actually my favorite Catstock logo. You know, it just, you know, it had that theme of the 60s. I think Fremont had, like, you know, flowers in her hair, you know. I don't think she was going to San Francisco. Yes, Phils, you did miss Cosarelli. And actually, I was just looking through a picture I have petting Cazarelli. Yes, that is that. I have that shirt too. I have it like a golf shirt or like a polo shirt, and I still wear it. All right, Alma. Alma's from Philadelphia, so we all know um, uh, she's a tough one. But when Alma first, came here, I never really saw her. Um, Never saw Alma really walk or anywhere. And ever since they did the remodel, she's up here almost all the time, and she does walk. I mean, she doesn't walk well, but she's typical CH cat. She's just full of determination. So we got two CH kitties right here. Hey, are you looking at me? You looking at me? Thomas was a little midwife. Thomas had a very gentle soul, but Thomas also had some seizures, I think, and I believe the seizures finally took his life. And it was actually a shame because he was a wonderful, wonderful kitty. So we always think of our dear Thomas. All right, Bonnie, if you're on, you're gonna have to look at this one. All right, Felicity took a long ride from Minnesota to FFRC in March. What a beauty she is. She is rather quiet and reserved, but she did find her forever home with the perfect humans. Oriya arrived in April from Wisconsin, and she has since found her forever home. She is a foster failure. Good job, Oriya. June bought us Milo from Ohio. All right, I have to show you the Felicity pictures, so let me just show you these Felicity pictures. All right. Does that Felicity look like anybody we know? Lost Girl? There's Oriya. And there's another picture of Felicity. Felicity looks a lot like our Jessie girl. Our Jessie girl is probably the same species, very similar color, very similar markings. Okay. Jessie, yep, that's right. June bought us Milo from Ohio. He is what the CHers call a high stepper. He makes friends easily, and in time he found the perfect family with a fellow CHer, Charleston. Yes, she looks just like Jessie. In July, the fireworks arrived. Hello, Kiara. Hi, Kiara. Are you a good girl? The fireworks started in the form of a small gray kitten we named Vernon. He is from Ohio. He was found on a country road all by himself. No place for a CH kitty to be. He quickly wobbled his way into our hearts. Did you guys see the pictures that Jackie posted a couple weeks ago of Vernon before he came to FFRC? He doesn't look anything like he does now, does he? Vernon coined the word uppies, and he lets you know when it's time to pick him up and let him ride on your shoulders. Oh, wow. So Thomas was really only with us for a couple years. I guess I didn't realize that. So let me show you the pictures of Milo and Verdi. Let me just... Yeah. Yep. So there's Milo. And here's Vern. Yeah, look at Vern. I don't think those pictures looked at all like Vern, because Vern's face was darker. I don't think he had the whitish patch on his cheeks. Uppies. Oh, I have a special guest here now. I have Kiara. Alright, so we have next one. Oh, I loved this cat when he was here. Bender arrived in December from Minnesota. He sure is a handsome boy. He was adopted and is now living with 2 other FFRC kitties, Paris, Tink, and Bam. 2015, we're up to. Another wonderful year for FFRC. We welcome 7 new members to the CH family. In January, Addison arrived from Ohio and made a handsome addition he made. He made himself quite comfortable at FFRC until we found his perfect family in 2016. We also welcomed Hensley from North Carolina, who has found the place where he can be the cat he was always meant to be. Hensley eagerly awaits for Friday nights and his special person, Friday Mary. Mary showers him with lots of hugs, and in return, she gets sandpaper kisses. Yeah, let me show you Bender. Bender just had the cutest face. She still probably has the cutest face. Alright, so here's Bender. If I'm not mistaken, I thought Bender was returned and readopted. But Bender was a big, big boy. Big boy. So here's Hensley, and here's Addison. Addison was a nice kitty too. Look at Hensley. Hensley has those, every time I see one of those clocks with the cat, with the eyes that go like this, I think of Hensley. I always think of the Hensley when I see those clocks, because he's got those big clock eyes. Franklin Tommy. Who could forget this wonderful boy with the long name? He arrived in April from Indiana. After staying a while with his FFRC buddies, he finally chose the perfect family to take him home. May, along with Flowers, brought us Thomasina. She was not with us very long until she left us for the Rainbow Bridge. She looked like Thomas. She really did look like Thomas. In July, our dear sweet Froggy from New York arrived. He was one sweet little boy who stole the hearts of our whole nation. Sadly, he passed to the Rainbow Bridge after a short but loving stay at FFRC. Charleston from Ohio arrived in August and waited for 6 whole months before choosing his forever family. His buddy Milo decided to join him. So we had 2 CH kitties that were adopted at the same time. So for some reason, I always called Franklin Tommy Franklin Thomas. All right. I actually did not even know that Franklin Tommy had CH. He had maybe a little twitch and a little bit in the eye, but boy, he can run with the best of them, and he just ran and chased, and you know, I like I said, I didn't even know he had CH. And then, as you can see, Thomasina here looked a lot like Thomas. You know, a lot. You know, I don't really remember much about him, but I can tell you, I was very fortunate that I got a chance to feed Froggy a couple times. And you know, Froggy couldn't really hold his head up, but boy, he loved that that bed. He was always in there with his frog. He really liked it. Yes. And then, of course, we have Charleston. And, you know, Charleston, just a beautiful little CH kitty. All right. Hi, I'm sorry. Did I wake you? Cecil was another special baby who made quite an impact at FFRC. Cecil or Cecil. He was found at the bottom of the driveway of FFRC. Cecil went to his forever home in January 2016 along with another FFRC kitty, Charity. (2016) we're on now. 2016 arrived and we waited until April to have Polly, a beautiful Siamese from Puerto Rico, join the CH family at FFRC. She was only at FFRC for 2 weeks before she chose her forever home. May was half over when Pippi, a gorgeous white kitty from New Jersey, arrived. Pippi found her perfect family when Solly convinced her family to adopt Pippi and bring her home so she could have a kitty sister and a doggy sister. So, Craig, if you're there, this is your girl. So, let me show you the pictures here. All right. Here is Cecil. Cecil, I remember Cecil very well. Cecil was named after Cecil, the lion in Africa who was shot and killed. You know, I remember the outrage that happened there, but was named for Cecil the lion. All right, so here we have Polly. And Polly was only here. Polly came from Puerto Rico. And of course, Pippi. Pippi was one of my favorite cats here. And Pippi, very headstrong. Pippi knew what she wanted. And I remember that Pippi would practically knock me over for chicken. You know, she was a fun cat. And if I'm not mistaken, Craig, she's got 2 different color eyes, I think. Does she have 2 different color eyes, or are they like really, really blue? I just remember that she had the most striking eyes I've ever seen. All right. She's a stinker, yeah. Yep. Also in May, 2 tiny kittens from Ohio came to stay. Nathaniel and Mimi were abandoned by their mother. The kind people who found them brought them to FFRC after researching to make sure it was the right place. Sadly, we lost both of these wee angels within 2 weeks, but they both were showered with love during their short stay. Oh, they're both blue. Okay. Yes, Pippi loved the wheel. July, we welcomed 2 kitties from Ohio. Felix and Steve were so happy to be here at FFRC, but they didn't waste any time finding their families. Steve and Felix were a year old when they arrived, and they spent the following month interviewing potential people for forever homes. This is the next one, is the one I remember, and I was going to talk to you about this because this was hilarious. Winston was a baby when he arrived at FFRC in August. The dad of Stevie and Felix had wanted Winston, but thought 3 kitties were just too many. Only 3 days after Stevie and Felix adopting Stevie and Felix, the family had to come back to add baby Winston to their family. All right, so I don't remember too much about Nathaniel and Mimi. I probably have to go back on the blogs and read them. It looks like one of them looks a little like Quinn. And I think we're going to be getting to Quinn soon. All right, so Felix and Steve. I remember Steve. I remember Felix a little bit, But boy, do I remember Winston, because Winston was a little stinker. And let me tell you about Winston. Winston was not that much different from Vern, and just would get a little cranky. But that little Winston, I caught him, swiping some of the other cats, like when Bella was here, and also who was it? Asha. Up here on the overhangs, the little Route 66. There was one time Winston was up there, and Asha was up there, and Winston was just being a nudge, and I never saw Asha kind of lose her temper before, but went back and absolutely was chasing Winston all throughout here. It was very funny. Because Asha is such a, I've never seen Asha act that way before. And Bella would also try to knock him around because he was a little devil, Hello, Canby. Canby has joined me. All right, next we have September brought us another heartbreak when the mighty Quinn arrived from Ohio. He tried so very hard, but he left us for the Rainbow Bridge surrounded by love. Chester arrived in October from Ohio. He found his family in May of 2017. He made sure he didn't go to his forever home without his favorite felted cave bed. In December, we had 2 more additions arrive at our door. Gavin was happy at FFRC, but after almost 2 years, his quest to find his perfect family had come to an end, and off he went to the perfect home. Spiker from Illinois. Spiker, on the other hand, really enjoyed being in his new home, FFRC, and has decided napping in his own cat-sized porch is just perfect for him. All right, so I actually have tons of pictures of Quinn because I was here for Cat Stock, and I don't know if you remember Strawberry Hill did the Mighty Quinn for little Quinn. They it was very cute, and I remember Jackie giving me Quinn to hold for a little bit, and he just loved being held. He was just such a cute little kitten, but I just kind of thought something else was going on with him. He just, it was a shame, but not from lack of trying. So here is Chester. And we're going to go over here. Yeah, absolutely. And they did the Mighty Quinn. So here's Gavin, and Gavin was here for a little bit, and then he found his home. But then, of course, we got Spiker. All right, we all know Spiker. We just saw Spiker on here walking around. Did you guys remember when Spiker was adopted? And unfortunately, Spiker, I don't think he was real happy. I mean, really, Spiker has it good here. But when Spiker was adopted, he wasn't real happy. He, I think he really likes his life here. And they, after like 3 days, they bought him back. Hi, I see you looking at me. Spiker. I have like so many pictures somewhere of Quinn. Little Quinn. All right, we are up to 2017, and we have a couple real special ones here. We're halfway through 2017 when Lucy from Illinois and Ramsey from Ohio arrived. They both have decided they like being an FFRC resident. Lucy loves being spoiled and has some kind people have made her a number of very stylish bibs, so she keeps her fur clean and beautiful. Ramsey is such a loving kitty and loves all the attention he gets from kitties and humans alike. He loves to spend time inside tunnels and caves. And of course, now you guys know that Ramsey has his own little toy car. So, in 2018, we welcomed 3 more CH kitties. In April, Charmaine from Ohio found her way to 3 young adults. She was still carrying the trap on her front leg. They brought her to Jackie, and 1 month later, she found her forever home. I'm trying to think if Charmaine lost her leg. Remember, we had like 4 cats who were caught in traps that came here. Oh, here's Peppy. Peppy, also from Ohio, came from a vet with a rescue and was only here for a month when she discovered the family she wished to call her own. Do you guys remember on chat we would say, Peppy, Pippi, Polly, Patties? It was a lot of, it was tough to say all that. It was, say it real fast. Peppy, Pippi, Polly. And then, we have Peppy, Pippi, Polly. So let me show you these pictures. All right, so I'll start over here. Here's Lucy and Ramsey. Ramsey Doodlebug, and Lucy. Lucy is like, she's severe CH, but I don't think this kitty has ever had a bad day. You saw her. You saw her down here a few minutes ago. She just, she's kind of like derecho. Just nothing really ever phases her. And here's our Charmaine. And I'll be honest with you, I didn't remember that Charmaine was CH. And we also have Peppy here. Yeah, I don't remember Peppy being here too long. So Peppy was 2018. Hatim or Hatima came to us from Michigan. Hatima was one of the last to arrive, and she is still thinking about what her future holds. For right now, she is enjoying being the best cat she knows how to be, and is soaking up all the love that surrounds her and all of our FFRC kitties. And we're probably getting towards the end of the book. So here's Hatima or Hatima, who was since adopted. She is a bold girl. And here's some of the pictures of our CH kitties. All right, so I'll read you a couple of the other pages. We, the FFRC Nation, are fortunate to have a place where we can come and learn about our special cats. Most of us never heard of cerebellar hyperplasia before Jackie decided this was part of what she wanted her rescue to be about. The CH cats of FFRC have taken us along a path most of us never dreamed we would follow. This is reinforced what we be guided by our hearts. When we listen to our hearts and we realize there are endless possibilities, we meet friends along the way that will touch us, change us, and bring some light into our lives. Feline cerebellar hyperplasia is a neurological disorder that occurs when a cat's brain doesn't develop properly in the womb. This disorder is congenital, meaning that it is present at birth. A cat with cerebellar hyperplasia has an underdeveloped cerebellum, which is located in the back of the brain beneath the cerebrum. CH means cerebellar hypoplasia, but to us at FFRC, it means capable and happy. So, here's the pictures. All right. And then here's the pictures on the back of the book. Only the beginning, to be continued. All right. I was actually going to do like a little continuation of the book. First of all, I'll be right back. I'm just going to put this book on Jackie's desk so that I don't forget it. Hello, Magic. Hello, Boom Boom. All right. I wanted to just give you a little continuation on some of that. And obviously, I don't know how many people have learned about CH from FFRC. But I know I have. And he's all worked up, Lost Girl. He was. I mean, I don't know if you saw him when I first came in. He was all excited. I had to go down to give him pets and play with him a little bit. Somebody's under me. So I was telling you, you know, part of that was me, that I learned about CH here. And I read about it, and one of the rescues that I work with, they're not really they're a cat rescue, they're not a shelter where they try to place cats. They had a CH kitty who was named Earl. And we adopted Earl right after Bonnie lost her leg. And we thought it would be a nice little, nice little thing that, maybe we can help him, and, he'll have a family and he won't have to worry. Like, little Earl was 6 months old and climbed up somebody's deck. And, it was obviously he had CH, and I said, we'll adopt him, And we had him, and he was a good little kitty. Gallant, I have all these pictures of Gallant, and Earl, we decided to rename Earl as Grayson. So all these pictures we have of of Grayson and Gallant. Gallant would lick him, and Gallant really, really liked him. And the other thing was, Grayson always had his teeth sticking down, his little fangs. But the problem with Grayson is that I think he had something else besides CH, because he completely lost the ability to walk. He couldn't do anything. So I'd have to put him in the litter box. I'd have to, make sure. And I know a couple times, I waited too long, and he pooped in the bed and things like that. But one of the things I was also trying to do is I tried twice to give him aquatic therapy, and I filled the sink up with nice warm water, and he was so afraid. I never saw him afraid so far. Yeah, the vet thought it might have been toxoplasmosis. And the one time we went up to my brother's, and we didn't want to leave him by, we could leave the other kitties by themselves for a couple of days. We didn't want to leave Grayson. And Grayson actually had some kind of an attack at the vets, and they almost lost him. And they did save him and all that, but there was one day when we woke up, he was, oh, you're welcome, Daisy. The one day when we woke up, he You know, unfortunately, he was passed away in his bed. You know, no warning, no nothing. It was a shame, but I still would not regret that one day. And then really because of Jackie and because of her knowledge, we adopted him. And you guys probably remember this time last year, we were fostering a mommy and her 5 babies. And this mom and the 5 babies were probably the most fun I have had doing fostering, because they were rambunctious and they were play, and when we were taking them home, when we picked them up from the shelter, the one kitty, I'm gonna get you, Daisy, after I talk about Dune/Dickens. Me and Bonnie were on the way home, and she wanted to peek in, and here pops up that little pale orangey, and Bonnie named him Dickens. And there were 2 of the pale orangies. You got Dickens, and we had Oliver. And turns out after they grew a little bit, Dickens, we noticed, had a little bit trouble walking. And, his body would go this way, his front body, but his back body would go that way. And that was, oh, no problem. I'm glad to help. So that was when we thought that Dickens might have had CH. But obviously, as he was getting bigger and bigger, the neurological condition was a little bit more pronounced. I actually just got on my feed that I just took Dickens to the vet 1 year ago today, just to make sure it wasn't anything worse than CH. And he I knew, it was probably the most mild case of CH you can probably get. But I don't know if you remember that Dickens, I cleared it with the rescue organization that we volunteer for, and they agreed that Dickens has to come to FFRC. So I kind of made plans with Jackie before I announced it on Facebook that at some point he would be coming, and I'd have to make some travel arrangements. So when I was actually working 1 week a month at the time in Indianapolis, which is only 2.5 hours away from here. So when I had to come up here for November, I took Dickens with me. And I drove from the airport to FFRC from Indianapolis. And I brought Dickens here. And Dickens wasn't here long. He was only here about 6 weeks. And you guys remember, he was a little Spitfire. And the other thing about Dickens is anytime you said his name on cam, YouTube would hold up the comment. So we changed, so Dickens' name was changed to Dune. So Dune is the same as Dickens. And also, if you remember, Dune was also had ringworm when he first came, so he couldn't come out. He couldn't come out right away, but he was great. I don't know if you remember that Jackie was sitting down here doing the records, and Dune would come over and just start playing with the paper, and I just thought, that's our boy. So I was thrilled. I was absolutely thrilled to bring him here and to make sure that he found a wonderful home, because he was a wonderful boy, that little Dune boy. That whole group, that Mama Coral and her 5 babies, they were all wonderful. They were wonderful. And they are the reason why we foster. They were a lot of fun. They were stinkers. They get into little fights. Gallant would play with them. Boy, at one time we had 9 fosters at one time. and we had 6 cats. So we had 15 cats in our house. All right. So let me change the subject a little bit, and I want to get back to talking about Pippi and Solly and Daisy. And you guys remember that Solly was the second cat, CH cat, to be here. Solly was adopted by Craig, and Craig was on here. I don't know if he still is. But Solly, later on, they adopted Pippi, and Pippi's a wonderful cat too. Pippi had the most wonderful blue eyes, and Pippi was just so much fun, and I was so happy to see Pippi get adopted. But I wanted to tell you a little bit about the doggie, because you don't hear a lot about some of the doggies that are FFRC. You know about Janie, the cat dog. You might have heard about Jazzy, who was the Great Dane, who actually passed away the day that I started watching FFRC. Talk about a bad luck. But Jazzy was a big Great Dane who would like to steal the kitten's food, and but Great Danes don't live a long time, and that's unfortunate. But there was another doggie here. All right, there was a doggie here. I think the story was that this doggie was found chained to a fence or chained to a post, and obviously this doggie was not taken care of. Was I don't know if it was abandoned, but obviously well, anyway, Jackie took this doggie, and the doggie was named Daisy. Oh, okay. And I got a chance actually to really meet Daisy. Yes, look for Jazzy if you ever look Lost Girl. But yeah, it was a Great Dane. Daisy just looked like Daisy was so happy to have some attention lavished upon her. When we were here the one time for cat stock, I was actually on duty to walk Daisy, and she was just a wonderful, wonderful doggie. And she actually had a lot of people who wanted to adopt her, and Jackie's always looking for the best home, who can meet the doggie's needs or the kitty's needs, what can the best. That's what it is. Daisy was chained to a bumper of a truck. So actually Craig and his family adopted Daisy. So, and actually Craig shared me a couple things today, and I wanted to kind of show them to you. And where's my, that's, I have to look for my Facebook Messenger because it's in Facebook Messenger. All right. So let me just show you. This is Daisy. All right. Absolute beautiful kitty. All right. Kitty. Doggy. Like I said, that I don't think, that dog suffered. Chained to a bumper of a truck was neglected. And of course Jackie weaved her magic in. So here's a picture of Daisy and Solly. Yep. So, so just wanted to mention that it's not, even though it's 99%, there are some doggies that have been helped here. Jazzy, Daisy, of course we have Janie, but this is a very special doggie, and was that when Craig met her? I don't know. All I know is that I really had a great time walking Daisy around, because like a lot of these kitties, You know, she didn't have a good home at first, but now I'm getting distracted from all the paper being rattled. Uh, but now, I mean, Daisy, Solly, and Pippi all have a great life. um, but that's okay. And it's funny that you mentioned that, Craig, because Gallet's kind of like that with me. Gallet is always by my side. And when I lay down, Gallet will always come down and, oh my God. I'll tell you, that little Boom Boom. You've seen that picture of the before and after picture of Boom Boom on the Facebook page. That's like every kitty and doggy here. You know, they have a before and after. You know, all of them, they all have a story. Most of them have a good positive ending. Unfortunately, they can't all have positive endings, as we saw from today's blog. Yeah, hooligans. Yes, they are hooligans. But you know, the other thing is, you know, those of you who have room in your heart and your house for a pet, please do. You will never regret it. You know, because they will always give you something different. They will give you something special that you might not. Um, yeah, Cohen and Boom Boom have come along beautifully, and you know, even Boom Boom. I don't know where C Dot is, but C Dot. You know, when I first saw C Dot in the back, C Dot looked terrible. Just I didn't know if C Dot was going to survive. You know, Boom Boom was in there too, and Boom Boom didn't look much better, but they had each other. And I remember I would go and I would talk to them, and C Dot would try to meow, and it was a very, very soft meow. You couldn't hear it. But I just thought at that point, I think she'll be okay. He'll be okay, and he was. And now look at C Dot and Boom Boom. You know, just wonderful. Look at Hope. You know, you guys remember how really bad Hope looked. You know, now look at her. So every one of these cats here has a story. You know, I kid around at home because all of our cats also have stories. But the one cat I was talking to you about, our little Jessie, who looked a lot like Felicity, we started fostering her when she was 3 weeks old, and she got a really, really bad eye infection, and really she could only see a little bit about her eye. But other than that, she's got it made. She's been living in a house, in our house since she's been 3 weeks old. So, well, it's just about 9 o'clock, so I gotta run, and I will be back next week. I might start reading some more books that might not be about cats. I have a new children's book from Dan Brown. You know, the Dan Brown who wrote the Da Vinci Code? Well, he just wrote a children's book, and I got a copy of it. And I think that might be fun. I don't think it's going to be like the Da Vinci Code, though. But it's a children's book, so I think it'll be fun. So, appreciate everybody being here, and we'll be back next week. Thanks, everybody. Hi, Marilyn. Hi, Alma. Hey, guys, can I, get through here? I hear growling. Hello, Big D. Goodbye. Hi.